Hello students, in present video I am going to explain about 10th problem from ledger topic. I am taking this question from Telangana State Telugu Academy Inter First Year Accountancy Textbook. But this video is useful to all commerce students who want to know about ledger topic. On ledger I made one video. That video link is available in description box and in iCard. So I request you to watch that video first. Then only you can understand this present video properly. Let us see the question first. Prepare Pawan account from the following. In whose books we have to prepare Pawan's account? In firm's books. Our assumption is we are working as an accountant of one firm. In this firm's books, we have to prepare Pawan's account. If you see the question, he has given the transactions for March month. Means in March 2018 year, there were some transactions between firm and Pawan. Sometimes Pawan is liable to us. Sometimes we are liable to him. Sometimes we are clearing that liability. Like that there were so many transactions between Pawan and firm. Finally, firm wants to know whether firm has to pay money to Pawan or firm has to receive money from Pawan, and how much is the due amount. To know this information, in firm's books we have to prepare Pawan's account. All accounts we prepare in ledger book. So Pawan account also we should prepare in ledger book. If you see the transactions, goods purchased from Pawan, goods returned to Pawan, goods purchased from Pawan for cash, furniture purchased from. So, most of the transactions are related with the purchases. It gives a meaning that Pawan is our supplier. So, regularly we are buying goods or fixed assets from Pawan. So, from Pawan we purchased goods for so many times. We want to know finally at the end of the month how much money we have to pay to Pawan. So in our books we are preparing Pawan's account. So to prepare Pawan's account, we need the knowledge of journal entries. So to write journal entries, we need the knowledge of types of accounts and their double entry principles. Account is divided into three types: personal accounts, real accounts and nominal accounts. If any account is opened with a person name or a firm's name, it is known as personal account. If any account is opened with one asset name, then that account is known as real account. If any account is opened with one expenditure name, loss name, income name, it comes under nominal account. For each account, there is one double entry principle. For personal account, double entry rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. For real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. For nominal account, debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. While writing the journal entry, this information is useful to us. See the first transaction. 1st March 2018, goods purchased from Pawan 38,000 rupees. Firm purchased goods from Pawan. So from Pawan, goods are coming. As supplier's name is given in the question, we should understand that this is credit purchase. Means on 1st March 2018, we purchased goods from Pawan, but we are not paying cash to him. So to write the journal entries, we have to identify the two accounts first. Goods are coming to us, therefore goods account is one account. These goods are coming from Pawan, so Pawan account is another account. Next step is grouping. Means this goods account is a personal account or real account or nominal account. That we should identify. Goods means asset. All assets come under real account. In brackets, mention that R stands for real account. Pawan account. With the person name, when we open any account, it is a personal account. Pawan account is a personal account. Second step, grouping is completed. Now third step, Apply the double entry principles. For real account, double entry principle is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Means if goods are coming into the firm, we should debit goods account. If goods are going from the firm, we should credit goods account. Think from firm's point of view, goods are coming into the firm. So first line is applicable, debit what comes in. As per that, we should debit goods account. Then personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Means if Pawan is a receiver, we should debit him. If Pawan is a giver, we should credit him. Here, Pawan is giving goods to us, he is a giver, so we should credit Pawan's account. And goods word we should not write in the journal entry because goods account comes in 4 cases. When goods are purchased, when goods are sold, when goods are purchased and returned, when goods are sold to customer and a customer is returning those goods to us. In case of purchases, sales, purchase returns, sales returns, this goods word comes. If you simply write goods word, there is no clarity regarding that transaction. Therefore, instead of writing goods word, we should write the transaction name. This is purchase transaction now, so we should debit purchases account. Then what is the final entry? Purchases account debtor to Pawan account. In this journal entry, we are preparing Pawan's account. Pawan account is credited in the entry. Therefore, in Pawan account, credit side we have to post this entry. This is a format of account. Account is divided into 2 parts. Left part is called debit side to indicate that DR symbol we have to write, and the right side part is called credit to indicate that CR symbol we should write. In ledger book we are preparing Pawan's account now. Therefore, first you have to write a ledger heading. Under that you have to write Pawan's account. You need not write full word ACCOUNT. A by C is the account symbol. Debit side we have date column, particulars column, JF number, journal folio number column, amount. Credit side also we have the same columns. In date column, transaction date we should enter. In particulars column, account name we should write. In JF number column, page number of journal we should mention. Journal folio number. Folio means page. Here we are posting this entry now. So this entry where we record in journal book. In which page we wrote this entry in journal book, that page number we have to mention here. As you are a student, no journal books are available with you. You cannot write any page numbers here. So simply leave that column. In amount column, transaction amount we should mention. Now come to this entry. Where to post? Pawan's account we are preparing. Pawan account is credited in the journal entry. Therefore, credit side we should post. This is center line. So, right side is known as credit side. Credit side in date column transaction date we should write. Transaction date is 1st March 2018. In particulars column when you are writing any account name, you have to start with the by. And what to write? Other account name we have to write. In journal entry, other account is purchases account. Write down that account name here. By purchases account. Amount is 38,000 rupees. Come to next transaction. Cash paid to Pawan. Firm paid cash to Pawan. Why? Because firm is liable to Pawan. Once firm purchased goods from Pawan on credit, firm has to pay the money. On 6th date, firm is paying some amount to Pawan. From the firm, cash is going to Pawan. This is the transaction. First step in writing journal entry is identify the accounts. Here, to whom we are paying that money? To Pawan. Therefore, Pawan account is one account. Cash is going from the firm. So cash account is another account. Next step grouping. Pawan account is a personal account because with the person name we opened this account. Cash account is a real account because cash is an asset. Assets come under real accounts. Then last step, apply the double entry principles. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Pawan is a receiver, he is receiving cash. We should debit Pawan. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Analyze from firm's point of view, cash is going. Therefore, we should credit cash account. Then final entry is Pawan account debtor to cash account. Out of these two accounts, we are preparing Pawan account now. Pawan account is debited in the journal entry. Therefore, debit side we have to post this entry. Writing the journal entry in account by following some rules is known as posting. Debit side what to write? Other side we have cash now. We should write that account name. In date column, write down the transaction date. 6th March 2018. Credit side with the by we are starting now. Debit side, when you are writing any account name in particulars column, you should start with 2. What to write? Other account name, cash. Amount is 5,000 rupees. 10th day transaction is goods returned to Pawan 1500. Firm purchased goods from Pawan. Some goods are defective. So on 10th date, firm is returning those goods to Pawan. Once we purchase those goods and we are returning now, therefore to the firm, these returns are known as purchase returns. Goods are going to Pawan. As Pawan is taking goods, Pawan account is one account. Goods are going from the firm now, therefore goods account is another account. Pawan account is a personal account. Goods account is a real account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Pawan is receiving goods, he is a receiver, debit him. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Goods are going from the firm, credit goods account. We should not write goods word in the journal entry, no? Instead of that, transaction name we should mention. This is purchase return transaction. So write down purchase returns account. Then the final entry is Pawan account debtor to purchase returns account. Pawan account we are preparing. Pawan account is debited. Therefore, this entry on debit side we have to post. In date column, write down the transaction date 10th March 18. 2. Other account name we should write, that is purchase returns account. Amount is 1500 rupees. Next transaction is paid to Pawan by check 6800. Firm has to pay 6800 rupees to Pawan. Firm issued a check to him to clear that loan. From the firm, check is going to Pawan. Then what he does? He goes to our bank. Our bank means a bank where firm is maintaining one current account. He presents the check into the bank and from the bank he takes money. This is happened. Now for this we have to write the journal entry. First we have to pick two accounts now. In accounts, check word we should not write. Therefore, check word is not the account. Don't write cash here because when we should take cash as an account, if cash is coming into the firm or cash is going from the firm. Here, cash is not coming into the firm, not going from the firm. Cash is going from bank. Therefore, we should not take cash account while writing the journal entry. Then what are left? Pawan account and bank account. With the person name, we opened one account. So Pawan account is a personal account. With one firm's name, we opened one account. Bank account means actually we write bank's name now. SBI account, ICICI bank account. So with organization name, when you open any account, it is a personal account. Bank account is also a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Pawan is receiving cash from the bank. He is a receiver. We should debit his account. Bank is giving cash to Pawan. Bank is a giver. We should credit bank. So the final entry is Pawan account debtor to bank account. Out of these two accounts, we are preparing Pawan account. Pawan account is debited. Therefore, debit side we should post this entry. Transaction date is 14th March 2018. What to write in particulars column? Other side account name. That is bank account. To bank account in amount column, transaction value. That is 6,800 rupees. 20-day transaction is discount allowed by Pawan, 500 rupees. Pawan is allowing discount to the firm. Means this transaction is given from Pawan's point of view. But remember, we are not preparing this Pawan account in Pawan's books. We are an accountant of firm. We are preparing Pawan's account in firm's books. We should think all the transactions from firm's point of view. But he has given this transaction from Pawan's point of view. Pawan is allowing discount. Then what we are doing? We are receiving the discount. So even though discount allowed word is given in the question, we should understand that he has given about discount received. When we receive discount, when we pay cash, so total transaction is firm paid cash to Pawan and received discount. There are three accounts in this transaction. We are paying cash to Pawan now. So Pawan account is one account. We are paying cash to him. Cash is going. So cash account is second account and discount received account is third one. Pawan account is a personal account. Cash account is a real account. Discount received account. This is profit to us. Profits and gains come under nominal account. Discount received account is a nominal account. Apply the rules. Personal account rule. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Pawan is receiving cash. He is the receiver. We should debit him. Then real account rule. Debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Cash is going. We should credit cash account. Discount received. Nominal account rule. Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. Think from firm's point of view, discount received is a gain to us. So as per nominal account, we should credit this account. In this transaction, there is no information regarding cash now. So cash account, we cannot write in the journal entry. Then what are left? Pawan account and discount received account. Pawan account we should debit, discount received account we should credit. So the entry is Pawan account debtor to discount received account. As Pawan account is debited, in Pawan account debit side we should post this. Transaction date is 20 March 2018. 2. In Pawan account, other account name we should write. Other account is discount received. 2. Discount received account. 500 rupees. 26th day, goods purchased from Pawan for cash. From Pawan, firm purchased goods. Goods are coming to the firm. And we purchase these goods for cash. Means on the same day, we paid cash to Pawan. This is cash purchase. In case of cash purchase, supplier's name is not required. When we record supplier's name in our books, if that is a credit purchase, because in future we have to pay that amount to supplier, no? We should record that, we should remember that. But here we have taken goods and immediately we paid cash to him. So we need not to remember his name. We need not to record his name in our books. Therefore, in this transaction, the accounts are goods account because goods are coming to us, cash account because cash is going from us. Goods account is a real account. Cash account is also a real account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Goods are coming, debit goods account, cash is going, credit cash account. Goods are in debit. Goods word we should not write. Instead of that transaction name we should write. This is purchase transaction. You should write purchases account. Then the final entry is purchases account debtor to cash account. Observe this entry. We have not written Pawan account in the entry. Therefore, this entry we should not post in Pawan's account. It goes in purchases account and cash account. So ignore this transaction. 28th date, furniture purchased from Pawan. From Pawan, we purchase furniture. Furniture is coming to us. As seller's name is given, this is credit purchase. Cash is not going from us. Two accounts are furniture account and Pawan account. Furniture account. Furniture is an asset. Therefore, furniture account is a real account. Pawan account is a personal account. Real account rule, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. Furniture is coming, we should debit furniture account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Pawan is giving furniture, he is a giver, we should credit his account. Now, instead of furniture, don't write purchases. That rule is applicable only for goods. If goods come as an account, then only we should change that word with the purchases, sales, purchase returns or sales returns. If any fixed asset comes in the transaction, you need not to change that word. So final entry is furniture account debtor to Pawan account. Pawan account we are preparing, it is credited. Therefore, this entry on credit side we should post. In date column, write down the transaction date. In particulars column, other account name, furniture account we should write. Amount is 8,000 rupees. So all transactions we have posted in the account. If you know the journal entries, you have to post the transactions in this manner. Same posting we can do without using the journal entries also. For that, you have to remember one simple point. That is, Pawan account is a personal account. Personal account rule, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Means, in one particular business transaction, if Pawan is receiving anything from the firm, if Pawan is a receiver, in other words, if a firm is giving any benefit to the Pawan, then that transaction appears on debit side of Pawan's account. For example, we paid cash to Pawan on 6th date. So, we are paying money to Pawan. Pawan is a receiver. From the firm, Pawan is receiving cash. Therefore, it is appearing on debit side. Then, come to 10th date, we are returning goods to Pawan. Pawan is becoming a receiver. From the firm, he is taking some benefit. Therefore, debit side it is coming. On 14th date, we issued a check to Pawan. So, from the firm, check is going to Pawan. Pawan is a receiver here. Therefore, it is appearing on debit side. 20th date, we paid cash to Pawan. So, Pawan has given discount to us. We paid cash to Pawan. So, Pawan is a receiver. Therefore, this 500 is appearing on debit side. Similarly, credit the giver. Means, if Pawan is a giver, in other words, if Pawan is giving any benefit to the firm in a particular transaction, then that transaction appears on credit side of Pawan's account. For example, take first date transaction, we purchased goods from Pawan on credit. So Pawan is giving goods to us. Pawan is a giver. That is why this transaction is coming on credit side. We purchased furniture from Pawan. Pawan is giving furniture to us. He is a giver. Therefore, credit side it is coming. So, any rule you can follow. By following the journal entries, you can post the transactions. Otherwise, in a particular transaction, observe whether Pawan is a receiver or giver. If he is a giver, credit side we should write. If he is a receiver, debit side we should write. If you are going to follow this hint, then you have to be careful while writing particulars column, because by using journal entries we are not writing the particulars column. Now carefully you have to remember what to write in these two columns. With this, posting is completed. All transactions we have recorded in Pawan's account. After posting, next step in preparing ledger account is balancing. For that, you have to follow some steps. Observe which side total is more. Credit side total is more. So in rough notes, write down the credit total first. Minus debit side total. Difference is 32,200 rupees. What is the meaning of this answer? Let us see. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. That is the rule, no? Means debit amounts total 13,800 is what? Pawan is a receiver for this amount. From the firm, Pawan received 13,800 rupees. Credit total 46,000 rupees. Meaning is, to the firm, Pawan has given 46,000 rupees. Because credit the giver. Pawan is a giver for this 46,000 rupees. So, in the month of March, Pawan has given 46,000 rupees to the firm, and from the firm, Pawan has taken 13,800 rupees. Which amount is more? Given amount or taken amount? Given amount is more. So, Pawan has given 32,200 rupee extra to us. Now this amount firm should return to Pawan. So finally we came to know that at the end of the month we have to pay 32,200 rupees to Pawan. We are liable to Pawan for 32,200 rupees. To the firm, Pawan is a creditor for 32,200 rupees. So to know this amount, we have prepared Pawan's account in our ledger book. Let us see how to write these answers in the account. 32,200 balance carried down figure. Way to write? Debit side total is less. So debit side you have to write this amount. 32,200 rupees. For this amount, in date column, you have to write the last date of March month. In calendar, the last date for March month you should write. In March month, total number of days are 31. If you don't know, then you have to apply this technique. With the left hand, you have to start January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Then come to right hand. August, September, October, November, December. So if a month falls in upper portion, then the meaning is that the month contains 31 days. If a month falls in this lower portion, then the meaning is that the month contains 30 days. And February month is exception to this rule. In February month, either 28 days or 29 days will be there. You know very well, if it is a leap year, in February we can see 29 days, no? Then how to know whether one year is a leap year or ordinary year? If that year is exactly divisible with 4, then it is a leap year. Why with 4 we are dividing? Because once in 4 years leap year comes. For example, take 2000 year. 2000 year divided by 4. 4 ones are 4 500s are. So there are no points here. Means 2000 year is exactly divisible with 4. So 2000 year is a leap year. Take 2008 year divided by 4. 4 ones are 4 5s are 20, 4 2s are 8. 5 not 2. Here also points are not coming. So 2008 year is a leap year. 29 days will be there. If you divide 2007 year, then compulsory you will get answer in points. Therefore, 2007 year is not a leap year. If February 2007 year related problem is given in the question, then here you have to write 28 February 2007. Suppose problem is given for the month of February 2008. Then here you should write 29 February 2008. In particulars column write down to balance carried down. Carried down means leaving. We are leaving this balance at the end of the month. On two sides write down credit total 46,000 rupees. As you are a student, only for March month he asked this question. If you work in any organization, every month you have to prepare Pawan's account like this till Pawan account closes. Therefore, for next month also, you have to continue this problem. But in question, next month the details are not given. Therefore, simply bring the balance to next month and leave the problem. So debit side we got a balance carried down now. That amount credit side we should show. Date is next immediate date of this date. If today's date is 31st March 18, then tomorrow's date is 1st April 18. In particulars column we have to write by balance brought down. Brought down means bringing. So previous month closing balance we are bringing to starting date of present month now. Therefore you have to write brought down word. Write down this amount. Remember one more point. Which balance this is? Any account shows either a debit balance or credit balance. Don't think that debit side we wrote balance carried down. Therefore it is a debit balance. Which side total is more? That balance account shows. Observe the totals. Credit total is more than debit total. Therefore, this balance amount is known as credit balance. If any personal account shows a credit balance, then the meaning is that person is a creditor to us. Means firm is liable to that person. So by preparing this account, firm came to know that as on 1st April 2018, firm is liable to Pawan for 32,200 rupees. So that is the use of preparing a personal account in ledger book. So this is all about 10th problem from ledger lesson. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you.